Would you let your parents pick your spouse? How about your religious leader? For members of one controversial movement, marriage is part of their Messiah's grand vision. Dutiful couples pair off thousands at a time, and a bride shares her most intimate day with 2,000 other brides. While the all-night scramble for hair and makeup is just the beginning of the challenges ahead.
2,000 couples arriving at a stadium outside Seoul, South Korea for a mass wedding. Some have known each other for just months.
How does it feel?
Excited, happy.
Others for only a few days.
She literally forgot her husband's name.
These are young members of the unification movement, sometimes derisively referred to as the Moonies, after their founder, Reverend Sun Myung Moon. These mass weddings started in the 60s, inciting massive controversy.
We need to warn young people.
Now the children of the original followers, the first ever born into the church, make up the majority of those marrying here today. Among them, Glenn and fiancée Judalee.
I want to be like a little bit different. I want to stand out.
We met them 2 months before, shopping for Glenn's wedding suit at a local mall in New Jersey.
Look like if I had a second neck.
They were matched by their parents.
No.
They'd never laid eyes on each other before. Glenn, who's the lead singer of an indie band, struggled for a while with his parents' faith.
What was it like growing up in the Unification Church?
It was great, but it also posed a lot of troubles and issues. People call it a cult, so you're very afraid that people are going to view you negatively.
Reverend Moon's central vision? To unify the world through multicultural marriages. Glenn's parents chose Judalee for their son from a church database.
How do you explain that concept to the outside world?
It's nice that they get to be a part of such a big decision in my life.
Romina, who's from Albania, has never met her fiancé before, even though she'll be marrying him in less than a week.
We really think and feel deeply that marriage is not just for my sake and for my personal attraction, but it's something bigger, something that can bring the world together if we really want to commit ourselves.
How do you feel?
Nervous. I am nervous. I'm so much nervous. Bye. Thank you.
Sorry, this is weird.
Yeah.
My heart's throbbing right now. I'm kind of nervous. So yeah, I'm just excited. Meeting my spouse for the first time for eternity. She's a lot more beautiful in person, but I'm excited.
These young couples continue to embrace the church's teachings on purity, despite headlines about Reverend Moon, whom church members called True Father, his alleged extramarital affairs, a child allegedly born out of wedlock, not to mention his conviction for income tax fraud back in 1982. We asked the movement's U.S. president about these allegations.
The Reverend Moon I know and followed for almost 40 years is a man who deeply loved his wife and family. Our church believes in the importance of maintaining the marriage bond. Do people sometimes make mistakes? Yes.
So you're not denying that he had an affair?
You know, I have no knowledge of that personally. But to me, the main point is the Spirit of God working through Reverend and Mrs. Moon? And I think thousands of people have felt it is, and that's why they continue to come.
Know it, the big day arrives. Brides and grooms from all over the world line up for buses. Some were matched just days ago with Reverend Moon's widow in a special ceremony for the purest, most devout members.
So where are you from?
Côte d'Ivoire.
Côte d'Ivoire. And where are you from? Japan. You can speak Japanese?
No.
No. Okay. And how's your French? No French. How long have you known each other? Go.
3 jours.
3 days. You met 3 days ago. You have a lot of faith.
Where will you live after you get married?
We don't know.
We don't know. Oh my gosh, they're going.
Bonne chance.
Bonne chance.
As couples arrive at the enormous unification-owned stadium, they await the most important guest, True Mother, who on this day is traveling in a Bentley motorcade. Reverend Moon's widow lives in a hilltop estate, a castle. In the arena, it's minutes till showtime, when we bump into Sandrine again and ask her to remind us of her fiancé's name.
Tu sais pas comment il s'appelle? She doesn't remember his name. Oh my God. You don't remember his name?
전율국 1주년 기념절 1주년 기념식 및 2021
But there's no turning back now. Soon begins one of the more unusual wedding programs. Watching this all is True Mother from her throne.
Even though Reverend Moon died 2 years ago, there's still an empty chair for the man most people here believe is the Messiah.
But at last, the moment these thousands of brides and grooms have been waiting for.
이상 가정을 이룰 것을 약속하느냐?
네!
성립되었음을 선포합니다.
Four 4,000 people, some virtual strangers, are now married couples.
Wonderful. We are very grateful to be with each other.
Definitely felt like our moment, even though we were like in a sea of brides and grooms. Like I felt like it was our moment.
Many of whom will sleep apart for 40 more nights as a final act of faith. But as True Mother would say, they'll have eternity to get to know each other.